So what was your first, I love asking couples this because I loved our first conversation, but what was your first conversation off camera after you got engaged? What was that? What was that about?
That's a great question. Do you remember?
So I'm thinking like post proposal.
Yeah.
We were just in our feelings. Like we were having a moment. I don't know. Like it was it was so. I think we were just. It was hitting us. Like it was like this actually just happened, and like he's just seriously such a sweetheart because the way he would just like I would just catch him just like in the corner and like sorry I'm putting you on blast, but he would be like off in the corner, but like every now and then like he would like look up and it was just like this like pure look of love, and I was like, what's going on? I always like check in. I was like, what are you like thinking about? And like we would just like recap like every single moment and like what we were feeling. It was just so like high intensified emotions, obviously. So we were just honestly we kept recapping like everything that led us to the end of proposal. So
I don't think there was a single like conversation that we can remember, but It was more just a feeling that like there was actually a lot of quietness just because we were just like embracing it and being like, this is so crazy. Like we're here, we made it, and what a crazy love story. And so there was an energy that was definitely like just like relief, but like powerful, like you said, and intense. And so we were just kind of basking in that. So I don't think we had like a conversation that was like specific, like, yo, this dude is crazy. No, we didn't like do nothing like that, but we were just really just embracing like this journey, that part of the journey ending and the next one beginning. And I think a lot of grateful feelings were in the air that night.
Yeah. You're a fairy tale. You kept saying the whole season you're in a fairy tale. It almost got to the point where I was getting sick of it.
No way.
That loves the fairy tale.
Okay. I need to set the record straight here. I actually love that. I actually loved it. That's why I know I like you. Because if I watched it back too, and I did, that's what it sounds like. But like obviously they took it out like during recording, but like every single time I was gonna say it, I would say, listen, I'm well aware that this sounds insane and I don't even believe in fairy tales, but like that's what this is becoming. That's what this is feeling like. And like that's what my heart was saying. And so they pretty much every single time, I maybe said it 4 times and you see it 4 times, right? But every single time they caught it because obviously that's what they, but that's what it was. And I was completely aware that was like, again, like it sounds woo-woo and I'm very logic and I know she is too. And so for both of us, we were well aware that like it was not, it's a weird thing to say and like to pretend because it sounds like fake almost. You're trying to pretend like this is what it is, but we're both aware like that's crazy, but that's just what it was. There was nothing wrong with it, and our relationship was literally flawless from beginning to start to the end, and even now. So truly, that's so to set the record straight. I'm with you there. If I hear that, when I hear it too, I cringe. I'm like, ugh, but that's what it is.
No, I understood what you meant by it because it's such a crazy experience that there's not really like a word to describe how you're feeling when you're falling in love in that environment. Like I struggled with it too at times of like really being able to put my feelings into words of like how magical it feels. So like as much as fairy tale was like a cheesy word to use, it's like you're searching for something that can really encompass what you're feeling. And like I do think fairy tale lines up with like you're falling in love so fast in the most like insane way ever.
But
it just feels like so
too.
effortlessly. It feels like beyond real. Like it feels like a fairy tale.
Yeah, I like this, man. You're smart.
Don't
take notes, all right?
I was just joking. You guys really took this to the extreme. That was a joke.
No. You guys are both right. But that's what it was. Because I was trying to find a word for so long to describe it. And fairy tale come in my head, but I wanted to avoid it. Yeah. I was like, that sounds so silly. Like, it sounds like TV stuff, But then eventually I had to settle on it because that's exactly what it was. And so spot on with that analysis.